So in relation to your mains, okay, so first before informing you, means what is this QAAM 2020, okay, you need to understand why we are doing this program now, and when you write mains, okay, so this is actually what we want from you, okay, you have to write mains in 2020, you have to write mains in 2020, okay, so when you should have that confidence that, okay, you will be writing mains in 2020, which will start on 18th September. So it's not even 1 year, okay. So it means that you just need to work hard for the next 1 year like anything. That is what you need to do, next 1 year. So maybe by 15th or by 20th of September, by end of September, you can end your civil service preparation if you are going to give your best for the next 1 year, okay. So keep this in mind, okay. You already know that May 31st is your prelims, but along with that, have an idea that this 18th September, okay, 18th September you will be writing mains, you will be writing mains, or you should do that, okay, you need to prepare accordingly, okay. For that we already discussed what strategy you need to follow in relation to qualifying prelims, etc., okay. Now regarding this mains examination, okay, regarding the civil service mains examination, okay, generally student makes mistakes in regarding the mains preparation. Reason is means the main reason why most of the civil service aspirant makes mistakes in regarding the mains preparation is that, okay, they are not sure that they will write a mains in this particular attempt. They are not sure that this question will also arise, sir, will I write a mains in 2020, okay. So that's the reason I told you that if you systematically prepare for your prelims, we already told you to, okay, so we already discussed what is the strategy to score around 120 to 125 marks in prelims, and I'm sure that if you sincerely follow it, that getting 120 or 125 marks is possible, okay. So if that is there, that, okay, so most of the students don't have that confidence. That's the one reason that they don't prepare for mains before prelims, okay, they don't prepare for mains before prelims for one reason, that they are not confident. Second is that they give more importance to prelims preparation. During their initial year preparation, they have been misguided that, okay, prelims is the most difficult stage. Because of that, you need to give more time. And the reason people says is that because maximum number of students write prelims examination. So because maximum number of people are writing prelims, and there will be elimination. And it's basically prelims are an elimination exam, right? It's an elimination round, okay? It will maximum eliminate students, okay? But it's to an extent, I will agree that, okay, prelims examination it's not that easy. But when you compare prelims examination with mains examination, mains you need to invest more time than prelims, or mains is more difficult than prelims. So if mains is more difficult than prelims, and if mains require more time than prelims, then you should prepare your mains means whenever it is possible. When you start your preparation, you need to start early as possible regarding the mains preparation, okay. So one thing what I want to suggest you is that you need to prepare mains, or you need to at least 80%, minimum 80% of the main syllabus you should have covered before prelims. What I'll suggest you is to cover the entire main syllabus. That is, when I say mains, it includes your GS paper, including essay, as well as optional. Okay, so in today, I'm not going to discuss about optional. But when I say that, okay, you need to complete your mains syllabus before prelims, means it includes your optional also. So that is very important. You need to cover your optional. So you need to plan your preparation accordingly. You need to plan your preparation that within a particular time period. For example, okay, by December or January. Okay, by December or January, if you can complete your mains preparation, then the last 3 or 4 months, you can give more time. I am not saying that you should not give time for your prelims now. You should give time for your prelims, but more time should be given. More time should be given for mains. More time should be given for mains. Okay, so more time should be given for mains. Okay, now I'll tell you, okay. Now you tell me that if your name should be there in the rank list. You want now your name should be there in the rank list, okay. If that to happen, what is the key factor? It's your mains marks. It's your mains marks. Okay, so I'll just give you an idea. Okay, what we need to do it. Okay, I'm just giving you an idea about the mains examination. Okay, I'm just giving you an idea about the mains examination. Okay, it has 7 papers. I'm not talking about the this optional paper, this English and your second regional language. I'm not. So mark wise, 7 papers are there, and 2 paper are optional paper. 2 paper are optional paper. So our this quality addition answer writing program is basically aimed at this 5 compulsory paper, which everyone have to write. Optional paper will be different for all of you. Means it depends upon which option you have taken. But 4 GS paper and essay paper is common to you. And you need to understand that, see the weightage of marks for GS as well as essay. Okay, out of 1000, 750 marks. Mains is out of 1000, 750. 250 into 7. Okay. Essay and 4 GS paper constitute around 1250 marks. Okay. And you also need to know how generally students score in each paper. The scoring in each paper is different. If you look into every year, if you look into the toppers marks, if you look into the different qualified students marks, those who have reached interview, you can, this is actually what, this is the analysis what I have seen that, okay, that in the case of essay, okay, that's the reason why we are going to have this essay mentoring program also, okay, so we'll come to that, okay. So generally you can score out of 250, I have seen students scoring 150, 155, 160, even our students have scored, okay. Generally, I have seen the last few toppers are not scoring very high in essay, but they are managing it with optional and other paper, but that they are scoring around 140, I have seen in that range. But if you are being correctly trained, that getting 150, 160 or even up to 165 marks in essay is achievable, okay, that you need to know, okay, it's achievable out of 250. But same marks is not achievable in any of the GS paper. If I say that 150 marks is achievable in essay, in GS1 150 is not, no toppers in the, from 2013 to 2018, none of the topper or none have scored 150 in all the 4 GS papers or in, at least in one of the GS papers, GS 1, 2, 3, 4, because of the vastness of the syllabus, because of the preparation required, okay. But in essay it is many students, qualified and as well as non-qualified students have scored 150, 160 plus in your essay. So essay plays a very important role, okay. So you need to give time for it. We'll come and discuss it, okay. Now, on an average, if you look into the GS 1, 2, 3, 4 paper, you can see that, okay, there are, see, getting 100 marks, okay. What I will say that minimum, our first strategy is that, okay, at least all of you should get minimum 100 marks in all the 4 GS paper. Minimum 100 in all the 4 GS paper, that is our strategy, that is all QAAM is aimed at. QAAM is aiming you to get minimum 100 marks in all the 4 GS paper. Plus, through essay mentoring program, we want you to get around minimum 140, and if you work hard, if you write more essay and through proper feedback, you can increase your score from 140 to 165. In that range, you can increase it. Similarly, for GS also, if you can score 100, you can even, if you push hard, okay, if you work hard, it can touch 105, 110, 115, 120. There are situations in which, okay, there are in GS3 paper, students have touched even 135, 140, near to that, okay. So at least you can try to get near to it, 120 or 125 in GS3 paper. And in GS2 paper, again, somewhere 100 plus, 110, 120, it's possible. In GS1 paper also, 100, 110, up to 120 is possible. Ethics, again same, up to 120, okay. I have not seen people scoring very high in ethics paper, but on an average, 100 plus is possible and you can go up to 120, okay. So it is upon to you. See, if you are getting 400 marks in 4 GS paper, and if you can increase from 400 to 450 in all the 4 paper, that makes a very big difference, okay. Plus, if you can score around 150 marks in essay, okay. So, I am telling you, if you are good in it, if you are able to do that, that is somewhere around 400 in GS paper, near to 150 in essay, you got 550 marks, okay, okay. But if you push hard, from now onwards, you can even touch up to 600, you can touch up to, see, these are the things which you need to keep in mind. You can touch, see, anyone if they work hard, systematically, with complete belief in yourself, with a proper strategy, 550 to 600 marks or 500 to 600 marks is possible with essay and 4 GS paper. That should be your goal and that should be your aim. Then comes your optional marks. Okay, optional marks plays a very crucial role. Okay, so unlike previous means during our time period, okay, when we had 2 optionals, okay, during our time period we had 2 optional. For luckily for you people, you have only 1 optional. Okay, but one common thing I have seen among the toppers is that one of the reason why they are getting good rank is they are scoring very high in their optional. I've seen students scoring, a topper scoring 340, 350, 360, etc. But that is rare cases. But scoring, getting 280 to 300 marks in optional should be your primary goal in relation to your optional. Okay, at any extent, getting 280 to 300 marks in your optional. For that, you need to start your optional now onwards in a systematic manner. So, regarding optional, I think you are doing it. Your optional faculty will guide you. Okay, so I'm not going to that part. But what I'm trying to say is, without the support of optional, you cannot attain your goal. So, scoring 280 in your optional is very key. But along with that, you need to score very well in your GS as well as essay paper. Okay, so leaving the essay optional part, you just see and we'll see in this today's session. My focus is not on essay. Okay, my focus is only on how to do well in 4 GS paper as well as in essay. Okay, now if you look into this is actually very interesting thing. Actually, you know the cutoff for prelims, right? You know the cutoff marks for prelims. I said that if you are scoring 120, because the maximum cutoff in prelims is which? What is the marks of maximum cutoff in prelims? Which year? Maximum 116. The maximum cutoff in prelims in the last few years is 116. After this GS2 paper, CSAT paper became qualifying. After CSAT became qualifying, the maximum UPSC cutoff for general category is 116 out of 200. But many students don't know the mains cutoff mark. If you look into the 2019 cutoff, just mains is going on. Okay, just today it will get over. Okay, so we will get to know the 2019 cutoff only after the result. Okay, but if you look into the 2013 to 2018 cutoff for general category, I am talking about mains cutoff. If you get this much of marks, you will get an interview call. See, 2013 when this new mains syllabus was introduced, cutoff was very low. It was 564 for general category. In the next year, the cutoff reached to 678. 15, it remained almost the same, 676. In 2016, the cutoff went a bit high. It went to 787. And in 17, the cutoff again went high, 809. In 18, the cutoff went down. So the maximum cutoff to get an interview call is 809 out of 1750, including optional. So if you get around 800 plus marks, in your mains examination, out of 1750, nobody can stop you from interview call. Okay, but your strategy is not to get 800 plus marks. Your strategy to ensure that your name is there in the UPSC rank list, to get some services, is that you should get in your mains 850 out of. So if you get 800 plus marks, definitely you will get an interview call. But if you are getting 850 marks in your mains and you are going for interview, means surely your name will be there in the rank list. You can, if you are scoring decently in your interview, and it's not that problematic in scoring decent marks in interview, it's not a big thing. But getting 800 or 850 marks, so September month, next September, will decide whether your name will be there in the rank list or not. And for that to happen this 1 year, from now onwards, how effectively you utilize your time. Every time you dream only of this, okay, how to get 800 marks or how to get 850 marks or more than that in your mains examination. And for that, what you should do, that is very important, okay, what you should do to get it, okay. So, what we are trying to do with QAAM is that, okay, to get around 550 marks from GS, including essay, GS and essay, and try to get around 300 marks or 280 to 300 marks from your optional. Okay. So primarily QAAM is aimed at helping you. Primary QAAM is aimed at helping you to get 550, nearly to 550 marks, including your essay as well as GS paper, and that should be your aim, and for that only you should work for. Okay. So that you keep in mind. Okay. So QAAM is aimed at this quality addition answer writing, because normally nobody does this mains program in this time period. Most of the people do it after prelims, and that is the biggest problem. So if you do your mains, serious mains preparation after prelims, what happens is that after prelims and mains, there is nearly only 100 days, approximately 100 days is left. After prelims, you know that, okay, May 31st is your prelims. May 31st is your prelims. September 18th is your mains. How many days are there? June, July, August, and another 17 days. So approximately 100 days is there for your, exactly after prelims. You are saying that, okay, May 31st, you are confident that you are qualified, you will be qualifying prelims because you are getting around 120 marks. But now my question is, in the next 100 days, can you complete the entire main syllabus including the optional? Impossible. So even if you are writing mains, you will not qualify if your plan is accordingly. So what should be your plan? Cover it now. Cover your mains preparation, both your optional as well as your GS paper now. Now means this is the right time, not in January, February period. So that time UPSC, by February UPSC notification will come, prelims notification will come, then everybody will after prelims. Now most of the students are taking many things in a light manner, easy manner. So, but this October, November, December, actually, so this, even if you look into our schedule also, this QAAM program is mainly aimed at in this 3 months, October, November, December. By December 31st, you should complete your GS mains syllabus. You need to prepare thoroughly, completing your entire syllabus, and also while doing it, while completing your entire main syllabus by December 31st, you require answer writing practice as well as mains test series. So it's integrated. So in this next 3 months, you will be having a tough time if you are serious about it. If you want to prepare QAAM and want to complete your mains preparation by December 31st, 2019, by December 31st, 2019, in the next 3 months, what you require is, because from tomorrow onwards your daily answer writing is starting, then there will be weekly answer writing program is there. I'll explain you what is the aim of it, and also there will be 17, as part of your mains test series program, there will be 17 tests will be there, and thereby, by writing these 17 full mains tests, you will get to know, okay, what is your weakness. By the end of December, you as a student, you as an aspirant, really knows where you lack in your mains preparation. Okay, you have done your best, you have tried to complete your syllabus, you have tried to write the test, both daily answer, weekly answer, as well as the test series, and then you know it. Okay, so this will give you an idea. Okay, you lack, means there is some problem in this particular subject. You are not able to complete ethics paper. You are not satisfied with your essay answer writing. But program is ending over there by December 31st. If you have any if you feel that, okay, some improvement can be made in any paper, in any subject, January can be used. To an extent, February can also be used. So by the time, when you write your prelims now, you are confident that, okay, your mains preparation, you should be very confident that, okay, regarding mains, I have done my work properly in these 4 or 5 months period, especially these 3 months. Okay, so that you need to keep in mind. Okay, so put this in your mind. Okay, no more holidays for me, no more vacation, no more enjoyment. I'm going to start seriously for the next 1 year, and this 3 months is very crucial for my preparation. And again, I'm telling you, if you look into the 2009, I'll tell you the advantage of preparing mains now for prelims. If you look into if you're preparing mains now, means any student who are prepared very thoroughly mains, when they go for prelims, many questions they can ask, they can answer easily because of that mains knowledge. Because mains syllabus is quite vast. You're covering the entire subjects, every subject, and that will help you in prelims also. So preparing for mains is not against your prelims help, means it will definitely help you a lot in scoring much better marks than other students. A student who is only preparing only for prelims and a student preparing both prelims and mains, definitely the student who is preparing prelims and mains has an advantage of 10 to 20 marks will be there. That I am sure about it, and we have seen in the case. Okay, so that you keep in mind. Okay, so I'll explain. Okay, so what you need to do from tomorrow onwards. Okay, as part of, so the aim is this. Aim is that you should get around 550 marks from the essay as well as 4 GS paper, and for that what you require is completing the syllabus, completion of the syllabus. That we will do it by this time period. We will complete your syllabus. Second thing is what you need to do is that you need to be you need to be aware of the UPSC question pattern of mains of each subject. You need to be aware of the questions, how economic questions are asked, including the just concluded 2019 mains. How economic questions have been asked, how ethics questions have been asked. In the ethics itself, how was the case studies, how this 19 case studies is different from 13 case studies, or is there any similar pattern is there. So, you need to be very clear the pattern of questions, and for that we have prepared PDF for you, subject wise PDF from questions from 2013 to 2019. We will be sharing your Telegram channel. You just download and save it in your each subject wise questions. Okay, that is very important. Okay, so completion of the syllabus, knowing the pattern of the UPSC question, and third thing about the interesting thing about this mains is that, okay, the problem with generally what the student face is that when see, many students do answer writing. I have seen that many students, many toppers recommend it's a right thing to go for answer writing practice. Okay, if you can do more answer writing, that is good. But when you go for answer writing, there is some key essentials are there. When you do some, I have seen that many people depending on many websites, seeing the questions and simply answering it. Okay, first of all, there are certain norms when you write an answer. UPSC is expecting certain things in your answer, and one of the most important thing, when I have seen in many years where when students have come, when they try to submit the answer, there are current batch older students comes to me and show some answers. One common thing I have seen in all these answers is that students have not written answer to the question. I will always use this word, okay. Students don't write answer to the demand of the question. See, unlike your college days, you know what is, in college days normally how teacher gives you marks in colleges? They don't look into the, actually, I am not saying all the colleges, but majority, or the teacher judge a student by the number of pages. If he is rating 24 pages, 25 pages, he is considered as a bright student and he will get more marks. It's not, so that will not work in the case of mains, UPSC mains examination. One reason is that you cannot write according to your wish. Why? Word limit is there. In UPSC mains examination, 10 marks. 10 marks means 150 words. And you cannot write beyond that, because why? There is only limited space. Question is being given, space is being given. Now if you try to write more, next question will come. If you look into the booklet, your answer booklet will be like this. Question will be there, and 2 pages for 10 marks, only 2 pages. Next page, there will be a question. Next question, and if it is a 10 mark, again 1 and 2 pages for that. And if it is a 15 mark question, 3 pages, 250 words. So the crisis or the challenge is word limit. You have to write your answer within the word limit. You have to write your answer within the word limit. Word limit means 10 marks, 150 words. Over 10 marks, 150 words. 15 marks, 250 words. And in the question, if you look into the question itself, UPSC is saying. So plus, so there is a word limit challenge is there. Plus, you should not write what you know. This is another problem generally the student does. They will write what all, for example, when I take any classes now, so naturally, if you look into the syllabus, we are taking classes as per the syllabus, okay? Inclusive growth. So in 2019 also there was a question on inclusive growth. Okay, normally UPSC asks questions from this inclusive growth, okay? So we give them a 20-page study material on inclusive growth, which covers the entire inclusive, what all point to be done. And when we ask students to write an answer on inclusive growth, what they do is then, they will copy everything from the material and write and bring it. They try to write maximum points which they know and write it. You will not get marks. So what you need to do? You have to read the question carefully. That question will be having different dimension, 1 part or 2 part or 3 part, and then answer to each part of the question. If you miss a part or if you miss one dimension of the question, you are losing that much of marks. They will not consider, means if it is a 15 mark question, okay, imagine a 15 mark question. A 15 mark question, 250 words, and that 15 mark question is having 3 parts. You are writing one part, you are writing for 200 words. Other 2 parts you are not writing properly, or second part you are writing 50 words. And third part you are not addressing it also. How will you get marks? Out of 15, the 1 part you have not written anything, so it has become out of 10. 1 part you have written well, they will get a better mark for that. But it is out of 5 only. 15 means 3 part means 1 part will be getting 5 or 6 marks depending upon its weightage. So what you need to do when you write an answer? You have to read the question very carefully. You have to read the question very carefully. You have to identify the demand of the question. Once you identify the demand of the question, write only from the knowledge you are having. From the knowledge you are having, now you know that, okay, this only have been asked. From the knowledge you are having, write what have been asked. This is the strategy. And this can't be a thought by in a class. Okay, I am telling that, okay, you write only what have been asked. When I ask many of you to write, you will do the same mistakes. There you require answer writing practice. And sometimes students will come and submit the answer saying that, sir, I meant this. He is telling that, see, this is what I meant to write. But then I'll ask you, where it is? Sir, this is I meant to write. So if you meant to write, where it is? Or can you say it to your evaluator? This is what I want to write and I could not able to write. What you meant to write, it should be there. Because evaluator will not see you. Evaluator is not going to see you. Evaluator don't know you. Okay, so what you want to say, it should be expressed clearly, that too to the demand of the question. And for that is the main aim behind this QAAM, okay. First, so there are 3 steps into it, okay. There are 3 steps, 3 crucial ingredients to get 550 marks. Okay, so I am repeating again, our primary aim is to get 550, and if you work hard, you can see, I am not limiting to 550. Aim high, but this is a very good score. It's a very good score. It's a very difficult score, but we can attain it. We want to attain it, okay. So to do that, one is to teach you how to write. If a question has been asked, what to write, what should be written in your answer, what has to be written in your answer, what you should not write. Okay, so in a good answer, there has to be an introduction. You have to learn to write an introduction, good introduction. And now another interesting thing about introduction, this is actually very funny thing, okay. This is, normally we do it in school and college days in order to increase the size of the answer sheet. What we does now, we'll copy the same statement mentioned in the question paper. What is the introduction? What is mentioned in the question? Same thing we'll copy it in the answer sheet also. So 20 words. Don't do it. Don't copy or don't mention what is mentioned in the question paper. Why you want to see? First of all, there is a word limit is there. So don't do this mistake. What is the mistake? Don't write what is there in the question. Examiner knows it. You are again saying it. You are repeating the same thing in your answer. Don't do it. Okay. So what you can have your own introduction. You read the question. You read the question. You know. Now you know. Okay. This is what it meant. Okay. This is what this question. The demand of the question is this. Now you think about an introduction. Now another interesting thing about mains answer, when you write mains test or when you write your test on 80, means your next year mains, is that first of all when you write mains, you will not have time to think. You have time, for prelims you have time to think now. Yes or no? In prelims, when you see a question, you can read it and you have time to think. But in mains, if you take so much of time to think and answer, what will happen is you will not complete the paper. You getting the point? If you try to, okay, I will read the question carefully, I will bring maximum points and I'll write beautiful answer, means you will attempt only 10 questions, 12 questions, 13 questions out of 20 questions. That is also not the right strategy. What you need to do? So, what I am saying is that, okay, you need to, so you know the syllabus now, you know the subject, you have seen the previous year question, you have prepared the material, you have studied it. So, every topic, can you have your own introduction for every topic? You can do it now, na? You can have inclusive growth. If a question on inclusive growth comes, what should be your own introduction? A unique introduction, you can keep it. Similarly, a conclusion also. So, you can prepare now itself na, to have an introduction and a conclusion for your own, each topic mentioned in the syllabus. Can you? So that if you already have your own introduction and you have your own conclusion. But so depending upon the question, what you can do, you can make some minor changes to adjust to the question. So this you have to learn it. Okay, that also I will. So all these things you can learn it when you start writing it. Now comes the body part of the question. Body part of the question is that you have to write to the demand of the question. Okay, so your answer should have an introduction. Depending on if a 10-mark question, a small introduction, 1-liner, 2-liner is required, but you need to have an introduction. It looks good. But again, another important mistake student does is that in a hurry, they miss conclusion. In a hurry, they miss conclusion. They don't write conclusion for the question. 20 question, they only write maybe 5 answer they write conclusion, another 15 answer they will not write conclusion. Now I am telling you, okay, whatever you do, whether watching a movie, you watch movies now. Most of you like movies. I like movies. Now you tell me when a smile will come to you after watching the movie, and after when you are leaving a movie theater, if the climax is not good, what you will say? What? First half was very good. Till climax, they have spoiled it. They spoiled the entire mood. It didn't do it properly. I was so happy in the beginning. Same thing evaluator will say about your answer also. What this fellow has done? He has written very nicely. I was planning to give him 7 marks out of 10. I am not giving him 7. I am giving him 5. Like you comment on a movie. I was thinking that it was a good movie, very good movie. No, average movie, average mark. Good mark, average mark. The conclusion, because conclusion, that is your unique thing, okay? Your unique contribution, your unique writing style. Again, you have to learn how to conclude. And when you conclude, you should have one common thing about UPSC answer conclusion, that it should be positive. When you see, you can criticize in the body part, but when you end your answer, it should look positive. Your happy ending, only happy ending, not like a sad movies. Happy movies, happy ending. In the sense that any problem, see any type of question comes, any challenges come, any difficult question comes, any critical type of question comes, when you say that this problem can be solved. This problem can be solved. There is no problem which cannot be solved. You should have the will. We can eliminate poverty from India. Yes, definitely. We will do it. And the benefit. So imagine India, a poverty-free country. Conclusion. India can become a corruption-free country. Yes. You have to see, that is the thing that you should say in conclusion. India, it's very difficult to eliminate corruption from India. You are concluding it. Go on. India will always remain a corrupt country. Go on. Ending it. Don't do it. So conclusion is very important. Okay. So introduction, conclusion. But body part, read the question carefully. What have been asked? What have been asked? So you can cut the body into different subheadings. You can cut the body into different subheadings. So if it is having a part to the question, you put a, so you can write this, okay. You will start an answer with an introduction. You will have an introduction. You should always try to do it. Practice it. This is the time for do it. You should always have a conclusion. So when you come and submit me answer, I'll ask you this question. Where is your introduction? Where is your conclusion? I want it for all the answers. Not only for my subject, for every subject. Now, if I read a question, after reading a question, I get to know that there are two parts to the question. For example, the question is about pros and cons. They are given an issue, GM crops. What are the pros and cons about GM crops in India? So what is pros? Advantages. So I'll write heading, advantages or pros, and then I'll keep on writing maximum points I know. You can write in points. In GS, I will suggest you write in points. Write maximum points, but it should demand, means the answer should be to the question only. Don't write point which is not relevant, which has not been asked. Then cons, heading, or disadvantages. Write down. What are, write maximum points. But again, when you write points, write most important point in the beginning, not in the end. Sometimes what will happen in a hurry, when you try to write, you may miss it. You want to write it, but when you start writing it, when you look into the time, oh, time is not there. The core point have been missed. So always practice to write the most important point in the beginning itself, so that even if you miss those points which is not that important, you will not lose marks. You'll get a decent marks. Okay, so in your answer writing practice, that is when we conduct daily answer writing for 60 days, we are conducting daily as part of QAAM. When we conduct 60 days daily answer writing practice, what you need to do is, there is no time limitation. Some students, actually that's why I told you, partial knowledge is always dangerous. There are some students who have partial knowledge, okay. Partial knowledge means they have talked to say a topper, they have read some topper's achievement, what he has done. And there are many students are there. I am not using that name, one here, one there. I am just only showing accents, okay. See, they have their own experiences and I am not saying they are wrong, but they are not fully correct. Okay, so what is the problem is that, so try to understand, when you write answers, okay, some students have seen that, okay, they comes and submit me an answer, and then ask you, what is this answer? Sir, I have written this, he is writing answer for the first time, I have written answer with 6 minutes, sir, I have taken only 7 minutes to write this answer, that's why the call. I am asking, why you have taken 7 minutes? Sir, topper, I have read in a topper. I have read a topper note saying that, okay, you need to practice answers with time limit in mind. When you see, that is correct, but partially correct, not for a beginner. How, you are a beginner, how can you write a good answer within that time limit? You have to practice answer within the time limit. When? After preparation, after writing after writing some answers, after getting some feedback, once you are thorough with the subject, that is the last step. Writing answer with a time limit. That you have to do that, because that is the key thing. Why? If you don't practice to write answer within the time limit, what will happen? You cannot complete the paper. That is crucial. But the question here is, when you should start doing that? You should start doing it not in the beginning. You should start doing it once you keep on writing. You should know, first key thing now, first thing is that, first learn how to write to answer to the demand of the question. What is your first criteria? Criteria is, don't consider about time. First write to the demand of the question. First learn to write a good answer. A good answer means, there will be an introduction. He has understood the question, he have written to maximum point to the demand of the question in the body part, and he have concluded positively and relevant conclusion. So that is a good answer. So initially what will happen is, it may take you 30 minutes to write an answer, to write a good answer. No problem. First good answer took you 30 minutes. Who is caring? Who is not? Who is telling you that, okay, you have wasted your time? Nobody will tell you. So you started doing it. But you are continuing this process. Second day, you are able to complete in 25 minutes. You are continuing it. For 1 week, you are taking 25 minutes to write good answer, but you are taking 25. But over a period of time, he is writing good answers, he is continuously writing, he is writing good answers, but time is coming down. Because now, he got that practice. If I ask you to run 100 meter, what is the maximum speed? What is Usain Bolt speed in 100 meter? How many seconds? Okay, can you do it? Did Usain Bolt have done it? Now he is doing it. Did he done it when he started doing it? It's practice. If you want to attain something, in the beginning you can't do it. You can do it only. So, everyone, in any area, if you want to do it on time, with quality, without compromising quality, you require practice. So, in our daily answer, so that's the reason why we have 3 program, okay. We have 3 program. One is daily answer writing program for 60 days. Schedule, you know. I have shared the schedule. Okay. Again, if you have not looked into it, you please go through it. I'll explain you the schedule. Okay. So 60 days, for 60 days from all the subjects, depending upon the weightage of each subject. For example, maximum number of questions you will be getting from ethics. Why? Ethics paper 250 marks. 6 case studies will be there, which constitute around 120 marks. Then 10 marks of section A normal questions, 130 marks. So maximum number of questions will come from ethics, daily answer writing practice. Then followed by economy and polity, because economy and polity is having maximum number of mains questions. Then other subjects also. So based on the importance of UPSC have given to each subject, number of questions also will be distributed like that. So in this 60-day answer writing program, please don't write answer by putting a alarm, means by putting a clock and writing 8 minutes I am going to write. Don't do that. This 60-day answer writing is for what? You take your own time. So when you write your first answer, I am telling you, if this is your first answer, it may even take 45 minutes also. And don't cry for it. If you are taking, sir, and don't come to me also. I am telling you will come. A majority will come. Sir, I am not able to write it. I am taking 1 hour. No problem. But what you need to do? Continue it. Continue for this 60 days. Okay. So if the first answer you are taking 40 or 45 minutes or 30 minutes, no problem. But in the end, when you write your 60th answer, or when you write your 50th answer, when you write your 40th answer, what will happen? Time will naturally will come down without, you will be writing good answers without compromising. Maybe in the 60th day, you may be taking 10 minutes or 12 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever it is, no problem. But make sure that you learn for every subject. You learn for every subject. See, every subject, certain subject demand certain way of answer writing. For example, geography answer writing is different from ethics answer writing. Economy answer writing and history answer writing, you can bring in many innovative things when you write your answer. But the common features are same. Introduction, conclusion, body part is same. But you can, for example, in geography, you can bring map and other things if you have that skill. Okay, if you want to present it, you can do that. Okay, so the aim of this daily answer writing is that we will give you one question. I'll tell you, we will give you a question. We will give you by evening 5 o'clock. We will form for this daily answer writing, we will form a Telegram channel of our students. Okay, so all 2019 batch students, 2020 batch students, Trivandrum, Kochi, online students, everyone will be there in this one common Telegram channel, and those students who will be joining our QAAM program. Okay, so all will be there in one single private Telegram channel. You know the importance of Telegram channel, private. Your number only, we can only see it, nobody else will see it. That's the advantage of Telegram. Okay, so we will form a private Telegram channel. Evening 5 o'clock, means at 5 o'clock we will post the question, and that question will tell you that you will know. Okay, you already will know from which subject the question will be posed, because timetable schedule telling you. Okay, the first question will be from this particular subject. Okay, from that subject a question will be posted. It will be posted at 5 evening, and you have lavish time till morning 10 a.m. So there will be students who will be writing. You can writing at preparing at night, early morning, whatever it is. By considering both type of students, you need to submit your answer. You have to. We will give you a mail ID. We will give you a mail ID. I'll tell you So what you need to do? Write your answer. Okay. In our answer booklet. Okay. We'll be giving you an answer booklet. In that answer booklet, what you need to do? You write it and scan it. You know, you have phone, no? CAM scanner is there, that PDF scanner. Any PDF scanner, You write, scan that answer in single, don't scan it in different files, in one single file as a PDF, mail it to our mail ID, newiasquam at gmail.com will be there, mail to it, but the answer submitted till that time period only will be evaluated. If you are sending it late, it will be very difficult also, because there will be more than hundreds daily answers will come. So it's very difficult for the evaluator. So we will set a time limit. Okay, anyone who, so morning 10 o'clock. Okay, anyone who send after, don't send it. If you want your answer to be evaluated, send it by this particular time itself. So by morning, that particular time period, you have to send your answer. Okay. Now by evening onwards, what will happen is, in that channel, every student's answers will be corrected, marks will be posted, your what all problem is there in your answer will be written, and you can see all the students' answer. Everyone's answer you can see it, and then we will finally we will send a model answer also. So you will get to know. See, that's an advantage. Those students will come and why you get 3 out of 10, why you got 3 out of 10, why some other student got 7 out of 10, and what should be the more correct answer. What is the demand of the question? What you should have written it. Everything will get to know. This process will continue, and this 60 model answer you save it for your coming mains, because from this few topics may come, and you are having the correct answer also. Like in this QAAM 2019, a direct question came, which a food processing industry similar question came, which they have practiced it. Okay, so this you keep in mind. Okay, what is the purpose? So this is the process we will be doing it. Okay, so the aim of daily answer writing is to teach you, or you will learn yourself that how to write a good answer. I'm keeping one important point in mind, that don't consider the time. Don't give time as a limitation. Okay, you take your time. You are a beginner, you are just practicing it. Okay, now, so once you do it, you will learn what should be there in a good answer for all the subjects. Then we will move on to in between this daily answer writing weekly, we will have, this is the thing, second thing, to teach you, to make you realize the importance of time. So weekly, so for 12 tests, in between this 3 months, you will be having 12 time-bound test. Weekly time-bound test. So what is this time-bound test? It's very, see, if you know that, okay, if you look into the time of each number of the marks and the time period, okay, 180 minutes. 180 minutes is 3 hours. The exam is for 3 hours. Exam is for 3 hours. So it means that in 180 minutes you have to complete 250 marks. In 180 minutes, that is 3 hours, you have to complete 250 marks. So for 10 marks, there is a time is there, 7.2 minutes. For 10 mark question, you have to write in 7.2 minutes. So then 20 mark question, that is only there for case studies, around 14.5. So see, there will be you can go some question you can answer for 8, you can answer at 8 minutes, some you need to answer at 7 minutes, some at 6.5. But normally learn to write 10 mark question with 7 minute range. 15 mark, you can take up to 10 minutes, etc. 10 or 11 minutes, etc. for 15 marks question, which you have to write in 50 words. Okay. So this time-bound answer writing, it's a small test, basically aimed at helping you to make you realize. Okay. When you write, some students, what will happen now? Initial period, okay, in the initial stage, okay, some students, they may spend lot of time and they will write good answers, quality answers, and out of 10 they may get 6 or 7 maximum. Don't expect more than 70% in any answer. If it is so good answer only, you will get maximum of 70%. Okay, so normal marks are 5, 5.56, etc. Okay, so if you want, in daily answer writing, you may get that same mark, but when it comes to the time-bound answer writing, you will not get mark. Why? You will be getting only 3 marks, 4 marks, etc. Why? Due to the lack of time, you will not able to write quality answers. Time is always a constraint, but it will make you realize, okay. So you need to plan accordingly, okay. How, when you write answer in a time-bound manner, how I can increase my score. So So what strategy you need to make? That we will, once you start writing it, we'll share you the strategy to be followed, okay, to complete. So we will be having a time bound answer writing and a discussion program, okay. In this time bound answer writing program, 50 marks. So 50 marks. So normally for GS paper, that means subjects other than ethics paper, you will be given, you will be given two 10 mark question and two 15 mark question. Okay, so based on that, so 50 mark question, the time, appropriate time, now 50 mark, it will be around 36 minutes. 36 minutes will be given, the test will be only for 36 minutes. Exactly 36 minutes you have to complete these 4 answers, 50 mark question. Okay, and then after this, so you will get to know that, okay, what is there, what you have written in your answer. And all these questions, 4 questions will be a surprise question. It will be different from, but we will tell you the topics to be prepared for the time bound answer writing program. Okay, so, and then and there itself, your respective subject faculty will discuss you, okay, what mistakes, okay, they will ask you, okay, what you have written, what, they will call you one by one, okay, they'll ask you, in this question, what you have written. And after discussing with you, okay, your answer, some students might have written better answer, but then the faculty will explain you what you should have written in this particular question, okay, what you should, so by asking you what you have written or what you have not written, by telling you this point you should not have written, this point you should have written, this was the core point, why you didn't write the most important point, why you missed that point, because if that point was there, you could have got more. So you will be thinking, okay, why I didn't written that important point, I have prepared this topic, but then also I have not written this point. So the faculty will help you to realize that in this particular question, these were the points you should have written. So that you will get a structure, a proper structure of the answer for all these 4 questions, okay. So time bound answer writing program, the purpose is not to check your score, but rather to check your time bound answer writing quality, okay, to check your quality. So the aim is to ensure that you write quality answer better than other students in a time bound manner. So this time bound answer writing, it's a precursor, means it's just it is giving us a warning that, okay, you need to change your writing style or you need to change your mains preparation, because you first realize that even after well preparation, means you are prepared well for that time bound answer writing program. We already told you this, which subject and which topic will be asking questions. After preparation, after very much thorough preparation, you are coming to write that, but you are not satisfied with your answer writing because you know that you have not completed it. So it is, but this warning means that, okay, if I want to complete, now imagine, this is only 50 marks. You have to write how many marks? 250 marks. So what will be, imagine the quality of the 250 mark question. And that is the reason, this happens to everyone, not only to you. And that's the reason why nobody is scoring very high marks. Check the mains marks out of 250. What is the highest score in GS1? Topper score, 120, 130, why? Same, everyone is like you only. So who is smarter, who is better, who have worked hard, he will score 130. If you don't do any hard work, you will score 80 marks. That is the difference. Okay, so by the knowledge you have gained in your weekly time bound answer writing program, you will be having a weekly full test. That schedule, it's all the schedule, everything is linked. This your daily answer writing, your weekly time bound answer writing program, and the mains test series, 17 mains test series. So 17 in the mains test series, what will happen? 3 hours will be given. 3 hours will be given. You will think that, oh, why, what I am doing it, okay. So what you need to do is prepare well in advance, okay, and try to utilize the 3 hours, try to attempt maximum number of questions, try to complete the paper, read the question, write what you know, but follow the rule, have an introduction, have a conclusion for all the questions. In the body part, whatever points you know, you write it, but at least learn to complete the paper, and then we will publish the rank list, mains test series. This 17 test, like this is the first time we will be publishing the mains rank list also. 17 test mains rank list will be published, so that you will also know that where you stand. We will also get to know that where you stand. Okay, so if these program, if these three program, which will be implemented from September 30th to December 31st, any student who are sincerely following it, getting 550 marks will not be a problem. Okay, for that, this next 90 days is very crucial. You have to work hard, and our classes will be designed like that. To in the next 3 months, you will be having more mains classes compared to prelims classes to complete your syllabus, main syllabus. Okay, so in the next week, it is fully continuous mains economic classes are there. Okay, I think 8 mains economic classes are there, and if you look into your schedule, you can see it. Okay, and that, so we will complete your mains syllabus, so that you will not say that, sir, I have not prepared, we have not covered. So that we will do it, but the job is to you to complete it and finish it off. Okay, so I'll just give you the schedule. Okay, just please note down so that you will have an idea. Okay, so we will start our daily answer writing, which will start tomorrow. You just schedule is shared in your, it is shared in your Telegram group. Okay, it will be by after some time this schedule of which subject. Okay, you expect from each subject there will be a question. So tomorrow at 5 o'clock, a ethics question will be shared. The channel will be formed. And one more thing, okay, I don't know how many of you will be writing this. You just, those who want to be part of this QAAM 2020 program, register down, write down your name and you give your Telegram. I think they'll be knowing your Telegram number. Write down your name and your batch, which batch you are, 19 batch or 20 batch, whichever batches you are, you write down, so that only those people who have registered, that their name will be added to that. We will be forming a channel called as QAAM 2020. QAAM 2020 will be our private Telegram channel. You will be added to it, and then there tomorrow in that channel only in that channel where all our students will be there, in that channel only this question will be posted. Okay, in that channel only feedback will be given to all the students. In that channel only model answer will also be shared. Okay, so that make sure that you register it. Okay, so just due to puja holidays, during this period 5 to 8 time period, there is no daily answer writing. But if you look into ethics, IR, security, ethics, science and technology, geography, environment, IR, security, why if you look into here, why science and technology, IR have been given importance is that because after the ethics test, if you look into the mains test series, after the ethics test, you are having IR and security, science and technology test. So the daily answer writing is also designed to match with your mains test series. Okay, so you just see the mains test series, you just see the daily answer program. So 60 days, these are the 60 days daily answer writing. You can download that PDF from your schedule. Okay, so there are 60 days by 13th December, our 60th daily answer writing. So daily answer writing will be over by 13th December 2019. Okay, so don't worry. So don't think too much about prelims during this time. I'm not telling that not to prepare prelims. You have to prepare prelims, but give more importance to what? Mains. Now, so these are please note down. Okay, so tomorrow it will start. The program will start on tomorrow onwards. Question will be uploaded at 5 PM in that particular Telegram channel. Okay, so you have to submit your answer before 10 AM. Okay, so only those students will be evaluated. Okay, so we will provide you an answer booklet. Okay, MAINS will provide you an answer booklet. Okay, so tomorrow that you can collect it, that booklet you can collect it, or those who are not coming tomorrow, those who are not having, you can collect it today, that booklet, but take a photocopy of that booklet. In that booklet only you have to submit your answer, and this is your mail ID, please note down, this is the mail ID. You have to Neo IAS QAAM, QAAM .DAW, daily answer writing. Okay, it's small letter only, but just to identify, Neo IAS QAAM .DAW, daily answer writing at gmail.com. To this mail ID only, to this Neo IAS, I'll write down Neo IAS QAAM dot DAW, daily answer writing at gmail.com. Neo IAS QAAM dot DAW at gmail.com. What's the problem? Note down, na? So to this only we have to submit, okay. That's regarding daily answer writing. Now regarding that, this is our mains test series, okay. This is the 17 test, okay. So initially you will be having subject-wise test, okay. Initially you will be having subject-wise test, okay. So any batch students who we have not completed the test, okay, especially the recently formed batch, okay. If only those students who have completed the syllabus only, you write the mains test, okay. So those students, so as part of the QAAM program, 19 batch students, you have to write on time itself. You don't have any excuses, okay. But 2020 batch students, what you can do is, if any particular subject classes are not over before the test, in the case of your economy is on 13th 11, that you will not have any, by October end, this will be over. So you have to write it, okay. And let me see that this polity, if it is not over, we'll give you a different schedule, we'll give you a different time, okay. We'll inform you. But there will be some subjects which will be, for example, like ethics, like that, we will try to see it, we'll see that if it is, we will able to finish it before the test. If it is not a rescheduled, you will be given a reschedule, okay. But keep this in mind, okay, we will ensure that before this full test, before the full test, that is the full test start from 27th, okay, essay, it's okay, general studies one paper starts from 27th November. Before 27th November, we will try to complete maximum subjects, so that this you have to write, this full test, that is the full test will be on 27th, GS1 will be on 27th, GS2 will be on 4th December, GS3 will be on 11th December, and 18th there will be another test will be there, and you are having a Christmas holiday, this is your Christmas, 29th, 30th, 31st, actually this is actually your UPSC pattern test, okay. You know how UPSC conduct GS test, first day only essay, first day there will be an essay, means not essay, first day essay, next 2 days GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, like that we have planned it, okay. The first day essay, next day 30th, see, morning and afternoon, 30th morning and afternoon, morning 3 hour, so you will actually before you will see, if you know any of your friends who have written mains, just ask him to show his hand, you can see a swelling in his hand, those who have written mains, you will have it in this December itself, okay. So, so 29th, so before writing it, you are trained to it, okay. Essay on 30th, you will have GS1. Say, this is actually exactly the way you have to write when you write your mains. 29th, 30 morning and afternoon, 31st morning and afternoon. Don't ask me why. UPSC is like this only. You have to train accordingly. So by 31st December, if anyone is very serious, you can complete your GS main syllabus. You can complete your GS mains. Completion means you are completing the syllabus. You are writing daily answer. You are trying to see that within the time bound whether you can able to write quality answer. Plus, you are writing 2 full tests. GS1 2 full test, GS2 2 full test, 3 essay test, and then subject wise test. With this subject wise test, entire syllabus is over. Then we are having GS1. So this is actually if you can do it, I'm telling you, it's a challenge for you. But if you can do it, you will have an edge over any other students who will be writing next year mains. Now with this knowledge you got now in this 3 months, the knowledge you gained in the daily answer writing, time bound answer writing, as well as in this mains test series, this will take you, this knowledge will help you. I told you in January month you can rectify after May 31st. See, prelims, I already told you, work hard. The strategy has been clear to you. How to get 120 marks. May 31st, you should ensure that you will write mains. Once you come out of the center, examination center on May 31st, there should not be any doubt that whether you will qualify prelims. That way you have to work hard. Then take a 2 days break, June 1st and June 2nd. June 3rd onwards, come back again, prepare, but don't forget about your optional. Don't forget about your optional. I told you, you need another 280 to 300 marks contribution from your optional. Okay, you need that contribution from your optional. Okay, so this is regarding the mains test series. Okay, and regarding the this is the schedule of the weekly. This is the schedule of the weekly time-bound answer writing program. So initially on third you will be having, because of puja holidays only there is a gap is there. On third you will have your first time-bound answer writing program. On 14th you will be having your international relation and security. Okay, so 2 questions from IR and 2 questions from security. Then on 21st you will have your geography. 28th you will have your polity and governance. Again 4 questions. 4th you will have history. 11th you will have economy. Economy you are having 2 tests. Okay, 2 time-bound answer writing is there. Polity 2 time-bound answer writing. Ethics 2 time-bound answer writing is there. Why? Why ethics, polity and economy have been given more test? Because the marks are more. Okay, 125 marks are there from economy. 125 marks are there to polity, near to polity and governance, and in ethics also. So aim again, it is limited to the time schedule. Okay, by 19th December, your time bound and weekly answer writing schedule will also be over. Okay, now let me see how many of you will write all the 60 answers, all the 12 time bound answer writing program, and all the 17 tests. I am not sure that whether you have that guts to write it, but if you write it, see, I am not asking you to prepare, but if you have the courage to do it, you have done a big step in attaining your 3 letters, to add 3 letters to your name. You have taken a very big step. It's a big sacrifice, but if you do it, see, you will not get anything. You cannot make any big achievement without sacrificing. So give your best, increase your time of study, believe in yourself, work hard, things will change. If you are not ready to change, nobody can help you. Okay.